Welcome back. More people have been feeling a financial strain through the past few weeks, and our sponsors at Eastgate Mission want you to know they're here to help. Joining me now are Pastor Lawrence Moore and Sterling James with more information on how they're supporting individuals in the 716. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's talk about Eastgate Mission and tell us more about what your purpose is in our community.
Eastgate Mission is a home for the homeless, a place where everybody matters. And our goal and mission is to provide independent living structure and dependent living structure and transition these guys from being homeless into a stable home environment and structure.
Right, okay. Let's get into the different wraparound services you provide for both mental health and housing.
Well, we are recently, within the last month and a half, we have connected with organizations through Buffalo Training and Development downtown. Let's see, Trocare, Goodwill. Wow, there's several things for CDL training, construction training, just different opportunities, training and development opportunities that will help the individual, the customer transition into stable work environment, which will help with their housing crisis.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the transitional housing location and what you do there.
So we just recently partnered with some friends of mine and on Wyoming, 26 to 30 Wyoming. You may remember the property. It's an old property, St. Matthews, right there on the corner there. We just got these two buildings where we plan to transition into our independent living program for guys that's ready to come out of the dependent living structure. And I'll let Mr. Sterling elaborate more about that if you can.
Well, the kind of like what we're running right now, are part of our strategic plan. So the individuals are coming to the I don't want to call them individuals, our
Clients.
Our residents.
Okay.
Friends without homes.
Our friends without homes.
That's what we call them. Yeah,
people deserve dignity.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put any type of label on them that would make somebody feel stigmatized. So our residents that are coming from homeless crisis for the temporary stay in the shelter over at 2016 Genesee Street, come there, and that is kind of like that place with that safe environment where you can come, and we have, that's where we're pitching our employment and training programs. That's where if we run into barriers where they can't necessarily get right into the training program because of the GED or something that's necessary, we're connecting them to the services where they can get their GED.
Right.
Then we transit, and there are things that are available where while they're getting their GED, they can get some type of training and employment experience just as well. But most of the experiences that we have connected to, we've started the collaborations with, which will lead to partnerships, are for those that already have the GED. They come there, and then we're hoping to transition them into the transitional housing over on Wyoming Street, hopefully sometime in early 2026, where because these individuals have been out in the community, some with income, but without housing, they've got accustomed to living within the parameters of having an income, but living on the street.
Right.
So where they would have those skills of getting up, preparing a meal, not going to McDonald's for an Egg McMuffin in the morning, they would be using their whatever their income looked like to go buy food and personal hygiene things. We'll be providing soft skills.
Right.
And life skills.
And life skills to reacclimate them back to the way of life that
stable environment,
that they want to be
environment.
used to.
So it's not just about, getting someone off the street in a crisis. That's like the first step.
Yes, that's the
You're
first
looking
step.
at
That's the first
what
step.
this person needs holistically to help them get on a path of
independent
Parenting.
living.
I mean, a lot of persons that we deal with have had issues, are embarrassed to reconnect with their families. So they don't really have family supports. That doesn't mean family supports aren't there.
Right.
It just means, everybody, like I said, everybody deserves dignity.
Right.
So we try to reconnect them to family supports if they're available. Just the whole transition back into the persons that they would be more comfortable being.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
It makes sense, and it seems like you've positioned yourself to have these partnerships with really great organizations that you guys are kind of the first step that can kind of connect them to the resourds that will help them.
Yes.
And we're like boots on the ground connecting to these organizations. Like I said, workforce development. I met with a young lady, I think this past Friday evening, and she gave me some information because she wants to come in and provide that intermediate training for these individuals that want to go into these programs. So where they're missing resume skills, we have a resource room at Eastgate. So where they're missing certain soft skills and that will prepare them to go into training and development, she wants to come out and start providing those skills. So, you know, workforce development, that collaboration that's happening right now, Goodwill. I mean, there's several organizations that we've started the collaborations with. Just within the last couple of months, we've got 4 individuals that will be starting training and development.
That's amazing.
On the 24th of this month over at Goodwill, we have 3 individuals that we've been able to transition into stable housing. So, and that's just within the last, I'm saying 2 months, but it's really been about 6 or 7 weeks. So because we're really excited about the services that we provide. And you know, if we could get more, you know, help from the community,
absolutely,
even better.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing about the great work you've been able to accomplish already. More to come. But viewers, if you would like to use or could use any help from any of the wraparound services offered by our sponsors at Eastgate Mission, you can visit their location at 2016 Genesee Street in Buffalo or their transitional housing location on Wyoming Avenue. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Chelsea.